If you're not using intermittent fasting already as a way to boost your vitality, your physical and mental health, you are being foolish. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you what intermittent fasting did for me, what's the link between testosterone and focus, how intermittent fasting actually increases testosterone and focus, and finally, I'm going to talk about how to actually start fasting, because I believe that at the end of this video you will finally realize why you should be fasting if you're not doing this already, and you will certainly use the tricks that I'm going to mention in this video. So let's begin with my journey of intermittent fasting. First thing I noticed when I started doing this is a drastic increase in energy. I'm a guy that likes going to the gym, and I believe everyone should be going to the gym. And in the bodybuilding community, you always hear guys saying you should increase your meal frequency because it helps you bulk. And I'm a guy that struggles with bulking, so I did this and it completely destroyed my energy. I was eating 5-6 meals a day. And when I stopped doing that, when I only started eating 2 to 3 meals a day, I felt a drastic increase in energy. And even better than that, I felt an immense increase in focus, because I'm a guy that also goes to school. And when you're full in your classes, I don't feel as focused. I cannot focus on what the teacher is saying. I have a harder time doing homework. So the increase in focus was extremely great, just like the increase in my mental sharpness. I was much more mentally sharper. That helps you a lot. And if you're anything like me, you like being sharper mentally. You like the increase in energy for the gym and stuff like that. But you also like to be focused, dialed in for your homework, your school, your work, or your side business, right? And finally, I felt an increase in mood. And being more joyful is, I believe, extremely important. And it's like a nice little bonus that intermittent fasting added to my life. So now, what is the link between testosterone and focus? Well, you need to know that testosterone has been shown to be linked with focus, with drive, and motivation. Now, you probably already know that when you're a higher testosterone male, you have more energy, you feel more focused, you have a stronger competitive drive. Well, this is exactly it. So in today's video, when I'm going to talk about testosterone, I'm also talking about focus, basically. So let's talk about why intermittent fasting actually increases testosterone. First thing is the link between carbs and testosterone. This is an important crisis we currently have in our society. People are eating way too much carbs. And what does that do? Well, it gives them a lower blood sugar control. And a bad blood sugar control basically destroys testosterone. And a low insulin sensitivity, so insulin resistance, also has been linked to lower testosterone. So currently, you're probably very resistant to insulin because of the amount of carbs and the amount of times you eat per day. And a great way to become more sensitive to insulin, which also helps with bodybuilding, is simply to fast. That's gonna help you a lot. This is the first way I believe fasting actually increases testosterone. Now, the second way is that fasting actually decreases chronic inflammation. And inflammation, it's kind of when you're sick. And when you're inflamed, your body is kind of trying to survive, right? It's trying to defend you from whatever's going on in your body. And when you're in survival mode, what I call survival mode, your body will be focusing on staying alive instead of reproducing. And when you're out of survival mode, when your needs are met, that's when your body can actually start focusing on increasing your testosterone. And also, sometimes chronic inflammation can actually directly decrease testosterone by interfering with certain glands in your brain. And the third way fasting actually increases testosterone is because of the link between gut and testosterone. Now, fasting actually increases the good bacteria in your gut, which promotes gut health, and therefore, the healthier your gut, the more testosterone you will be able to produce. It's kind of the same logic between getting out of survival mode and increasing testosterone. And lastly, I think this one will make a lot of sense for everyone out here. Fasting is evolutionary accurate. What do I mean by that? It represents what our ancestors used to do. And whenever we copy what and when our ancestors ate, we always see an increase in health, vitality, and testosterone. That's why the best diet are usually the diets very high in fat, moderate proteins, and with decent amount of carbs. What we used to do back in the days is not go to McDonald's and eat processed food. We used to hunt, gather some fruit, and simply eat the meat that we hunt. And in an animal, there's a lot of fat, great protein, and with the fruits we used to find, we ate them, right? And do you think your ancestors ate every single day, 3 times a day? Of course not. When you were hunters and gatherers, there's no way you had a constant flow of food. There were times where you didn't eat for a full day, 2 days, 3 days. Sometimes you only ate once or twice every single day. And that's what we're trying to emulate with intermittent fasting. Because your body has mechanisms that thrive on new fasting. That's why I believe it's foolish to not be fasting. When you'll be fasting, your body will say, oh fuck, okay, I need to actually start hunting for food, right? It's gonna increase your testosterone, some of your dopamine. It's gonna also increase your growth hormone, and you're gonna be more motivated to do things since your body's trying to tell you do something about it, right? So that's why your body thrives when it's fasting. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I actually start fasting? And it's very simple actually. What I do for intermittent fasting is I do a daily 16-hour fast. So usually I eat my last meal at around 7, I'm done eating, 7 p.m. And I eat my first meal at around 11 a.m., right? Right now, it's more than 11 a.m., so I'm on more than a 16-hour fast. And that's a very easy and great way to start fasting. You simply kind of skip breakfast. And if you're a bodybuilder and you want to still be bulking, you can eat 3 meals in this 8-hour window that you should be feeding. Now you can also use full day fast. I did a full day fast, a 36-hour fast in the past, I think a few weeks ago, and it really does reset your body and promotes health. Now I haven't done a few day fast because there's people that fast for 2 to 3 days at a time, but I'm certainly gonna do this soon. A 40 to 72 hour fast is not something I recommend doing right now if you've never fasted before. So build up. Start with intermittent fasting. If you want to do full day fast, go ahead, and then you'll be able to do a few day fast. Also, drink water when you're fasting. You're not fasting from water, you're still drinking water. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.